I want to read you my poem Constraints, which is poem number 57 in the series of weekly poems I'm writing for the independent online newspaper. I've actually been doing it that long. This week's poem is about the constraints that we impose on ourselves, but also sometimes the constraints that are imposed upon us. And I'm thinking of the women in Afghanistan in particular who are now no longer permitted to speak outside the house. Apparently not even in the house if they can be heard outside, in case their voice mesmerizes some passing man and he can't control his ardor or something. And I feel extremely strongly about this, but also I feel quite impotent about it. And so I put it in a poem. It's what I do with things I feel helpless about or angry about. I put things in poems. And I want to share this one with you, and you can see what you think. Constraints. Sometimes we choose our constraints and the heartbeats of our boundaries, but not always. For the first time in months since my critic carer who'd feed my ferrets, walk dogs and toss defrosted chicks to waiting owls left me, I stayed away for a night. Henley-on-Thames was still there with the river idling by as if it never rose or fell, offering ducks and geese in return for bread. In a world in which the shutters are closing, senior government policy advisors in anonymous buildings are finding ways to qualify themselves for enrichment and give themselves purpose, even in being pointless, while diminishing your one, your only precious life. Legislation, complications, restrictions, go slower still, until stationary. Licenses, certificates, 3 points of contact on all ladders, and AI is closing in, reinventing us as it feeds from the dwindling freedoms of mostly women. Some don't even own the land rights to their own wombs. Others are banned from speaking in public from beneath the premature shrouds that obliterate their features by men in fear of other men who cannot control their upright appendages or themselves.